Oh, hello, everyone, and
Hey.
welcome to the stream. Welcome to stream number 8 of the 90 Day Novel Writing Challenge. I'm Cody. I am trying to finish the first draft of my fantasy novel in this 90 days, and things are happening. Tonight, we're boarding a boat and we're heading towards the desk trials. So that's
Slay.
where we're at in the story. We are officially boarding the boat. It is time. So that is what I am doing. But while I say hello to the chat, I'll let my lovely guests introduce themselves. We'll start with Brielle and then just work our way in the circle.
Perfect. Hi, I'm Brielle. My channel is Brielle Writes, and during the stream, I'm going to be working on draft 3 of my dystopian fantasy book. Currently working right around the beginning of Act 3, so I'll probably be redrafting some scenes in there, and that's me.
Yay. My name is Becca C. Smith. I also have a YouTube channel, and tonight I co-wrote a book with a friend and fellow author tuber, and we wrote it like a year and a half ago, and then we both just lifing and didn't touch it or look at it. So we finally connected again because she's in Germany and I'm in Los Angeles. So it's like the time difference is like 9 hours. It's so hard sometimes for us to connect at all. So we finally decided we gotta finish this little book baby because we both love it so much. So we did go through the whole thing, and now we've got everything outlined of what needs to be added, what needs to be done. And so that is what I'm going to be working on tonight, is doing my first chapter of the stuff I need to add.
Ugh, so fun.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Also, you got a compliment on your Camp Half Blood shirt from
Oh,
Joy.
thank you.
So had to keep that. Take it away, Alyssa.
Yes, I'm Alyssa. On YouTube as Alyssa and the Books. I am working on draft 1 of a romantasy. I am, I believe, like 54,000 words in. Yeah, 54,000 words in. Last time I was on this channel, which was like exactly 1 week ago, I was at 46,000 words, I think. So we are zooming. I am almost at the Dark Night of the Soul, almost. I hope I just need to crumble people a little bit more, like physically, emotionally. Like literally the goal of this chapter is, okay, I'm like, okay, we got to crumble physically, mentally, emotionally.
Yeah, we just have to absolutely break our characters and then we're set.
Yeah.
Amen.
So that's what I'm working on. Yeah.
I love that. I love that. Okay, so if this is your first time joining one of these live streams, the way we're going to do it is we start with 20 minutes of yap, followed by 40 minutes of writing. We do that 2 times, and then we go home because that's just what we do, because it's 2 hours and that's long enough to be on the internet. You know what I'm saying? So with that said, if you have any questions for any of my lovely guests or myself, drop them in the chat. Or if there's any like hot topics that you just want to know our opinion on, give some hot takes, maybe. I'm just kidding. But or am I?
Cody's going to get us canceled right here, right now.
Welcome to the live stream. Welcome. Okay, so let's do a fun little icebreaker. And okay, so Brielle.
Oh no.
I have been obviously watching your videos, and you have been talking a lot about The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I have been intrigued to read this. Can you sell it to me in 20 words or less?
Ooh, okay. Can I sell it to you in 20 words or less? Sure. Absolute devastation. Really vibey New York City. Very cool magic system, and love interests that feel, well, one love interest that feels like a real person. That's my pitch.
I'm pretty sure that was 20 words.
I think it actually
okay, so
honestly, I'm sold. So great job, Brielle. You have passed the test.
Thank you. Thank you.
Everyone spam stars in the chat for Brielle. Let's see. Becca, I would love to know more about your book that it just came out or is going to come out? Grandma's Little Secret.
Oh, Grandma's Little Secret.
What
Yes.
are your top 4 favorite tropes that you used in that book?
You know, that's kind of difficult because it is based on a true story. So I didn't really have much of a choice of tropes in a way.
Okay,
kinda
well,
had,
what
like-
tropes naturally fell into place with the story?
Definitely found family because it takes place in the 80s and it's, you know, girls on bikes kicking some butt. Definitely has like a little bit of the supernatural trope, like psychic dreams, talks to ghosts, you know, things like that. And I don't know. I'm terrible with tropes. You know what's so funny about I just never think about the tropes in my book, which is such a good marketing tool, by the way, to know your tropes. But
Mhm.
I am just like always like, and then people will point them out to me and they're like, oh, well, you have this trope and you have this trope. I'm like, I do? And I'm all like, I guess I do. So the only thing I can think of is like, for sure is found family. But
Well, that's my all-time favorite trope, so
Oh, good.
consider me sold.
Mhm.
I'm
Speaking
absolutely obsessed with the girls on bikes, 80s girls on
Right?
bikes. I was like, okay, yeah, I can see the vision.
Yes,
100%.
it's like that supernatural but like Stranger Things kind of thing.
Yes,
but
yes,
Mm.
yes.
I'm so hyped. When does the new season's coming out soon, right?
yes,
Isn't
it
it
comes
like
out in
Thanksgiving, Christmas,
November.
New Year's, or something?
Yeah,
diabolical
it's
like that?
spaced out. But the first one's in
Ah.
November, so we don't have to wait too long for the first chunk.
I guess so. That's.
Although
I
I'm
don't know
gonna
the
I'm
date.
gonna do spoilers because like normally I don't like spoilers, but like when you're dealing with like characters that I'm
Mhm.
completely attached to, I need to know if they
Mhm.
die. Like I have to
Mhm.
know.
Yeah,
Otherwise I
yeah.
can't watch it.
100%. 100%. That's so funny. That's so interesting. That so you want spoilers, like you want to know,
Only with
like.
deaths. Only with deaths. Because like sometimes like I get it and it makes sense for the story, but a lot of times I feel like, especially in TV and movies, they do it for reaction and
Yeah.
it's not necessary for the story. And if that happens, I don't want to have it in my brain forever.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'll just either skip over it if I really want to see what else happens, or I will just decide not to watch it or just skip that episode or
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, I can't like I am weird with the death of characters. Like it has to be justified for me or I am not okay with it.
100%. Okay, so Alyssa,
Oh boy.
you're next in the hot seat.
Uh-huh.
You recently just announced that you were accepted to be a mentee for Smooch Pit,
Yes.
which is very exciting. We are all so excited. Can you talk about your crash out with genre?
Girl, can I talk about my crash out with genre? I think you have. Well, I mean, I have many a time.
I know. I just love to hear it.
Right now, I don't know. I actually feel like it's becoming less of a crash out now. Like, I feel like the reason it was a crash out so consistently was because I kept concluding the wrong thing. Like I kept crashing out about the genre and then deciding that it was a thriller over and over and over and
Okay.
over and over again. Like with all my books that are like that are I would say like 49% thriller, 51% romance or the
Mhm.
equivalent, but I was concluding incorrectly that I was writing a thriller. Like, oh, sure, Alyssa, a dual POV where it's the romantic leads going back and forth and there's a fake dating through line to like it you're writing a romance novel. But I kept like the reason I kept crashing out was because I was making the wrong decision and it took like an actual legitimate like Big 5 editor to tell me to my face you are not writing a thriller for me to like get over myself and accept it. And so now that I've like come to that realization, I feel like instead of crashing out more and more about it, it like feels like it settles more and more that I think about it and write towards it. So yeah.
I love it. And I'm honestly so excited because as someone who has like read Project
Yeah.
Gas Station, I'm excited to see how the romance is like buffed up whenever
Yeah.
I inevitably get to read the published
Right.
version. you know,
In
and
2047.
even if it, yeah, like I just need it regardless. I need
Mhm.
to see Danny and Cal have their little mac and cheese craft moment
Mhm.
all over
Mhm.
again.
It's funny that version that you read, Cody, like it has even less romance than it does. Like the edit I did after you read it was like making it more of a romance, and so it's like
Uh-huh.
even as it is right now is way more so than it was.
I'm so
Yeah.
excited. I love some yearning. Let me tell you.
Literally, one of the
Um,
notes that I gave Alyssa was like, "You need to like go hit us over the head with the fact that they're attracted to each other. Like, where is the like his muscle like blah blah? Not literally,
Mhm.
but
I have
I
a note
remember
Mhm.
that
on
being
my
a note.
whiteboard that said make Danny hornier. Like that was one of my
Yes,
notes for the whole edit.
I
yes.
mean,
Oh, that's amazing.
did it work?
I mean, I think
And Brielle's nodding yes, so I'm gonna say yeah.
I think so.
Okay. Well, there you go. Congratulations.
Do we get to come up with a question for you?
Oh,
Oh, if you would like, if you feel so inclined.
Are you feel like give me a percentage of how close to your outline is the book feeling
Ooh.
right now?
Love.
Like is it feeling 100% true to the outline, more like 50% true? Like how are you feeling? Because I always feel like I deviate so much from the feel of the outline.
So from the final version of the Act One outline, because I had my big outline that I
Right,
finished
yeah.
back in April. And it's funny because that's going to come back to play at the end of the story because I'm actually getting back to using it tonight. But and we're 17 days in, it's fine. But so those first like 2 chapters in that very first outline have now been, it's like 9 chapters currently.
Mm.
And somehow past me thought that 9 chapters of what I have written right now is going to just fit in 2 chapters. So I am slightly afraid of how long this book is going to be based on the outline, but from the final like Act One outline that I came up with, I would say I'm sticking to it about 80%.
Okay.
There's been a couple little things here and there where I'm like, actually, it would make more sense if this group met in this location instead of this location. And so it kind of like shifted slightly to get them closer to an area where they needed to be in the next scene. And so it just, the events have pretty much stayed true, but the setting and who is involved in those events have just kind of been ebbing and flowing as I write.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say that's about how close we are. And I've been okay. As people who have written drafts that are larger than what I have written, because the largest draft I've ever written is like 60K.
Mm.
So I came up with this analogy in my brain because like I was trying to figure out like what I was feeling because like it feels like I'm so far from the beginning of the book because I'm approaching 20K. So like when I turn around and I look back, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm already so far. But then I look in front of me and there's like 70,000 more words plus, and I'm like, what? There's been a lot of doubt of whether or not I can actually maintain a story arc for longer than I have in the past, like for longer words over a longer stretch of chapters and words and sentences. And so been just fighting through that. But that is partly why, and chat, you don't know this, but I was telling them off screen how I've kind of been switching to more of a time-based goal. Just as long as I continue to show up for the 2 hours every day, whatever words happen in those 2 hours, I'm okay with those words because I showed up, I did the 2 hours, and that's what we're going with. So, we're just kind of, I feel a little lost at sea right now, but it's fine. It's fine.
I mean, are you in Act 2 of your book? Because I feel like that.
Well, once we get past these like little scenes that happen on the ship, well, yes, once they hit the shore, we are firmly in Act 2. Mm-hmm. There is no return. Like they cannot go back.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Yeah.
I think that's smart, Cody, because low key, especially with, like you said, such a long fantasy, like with
Mhm.
the time-based goal, it'll let you be like, okay, like how is this diverging from what I thought? Like you could do a lot
Mhm.
more strategizing without stressing about the word count every single day, you know?
100%. And it made me feel like I had more control because while I cannot control like how good the flow goes in each writing
Mhm.
session, I can control how much time I spend at least trying to hit that flow. And
Yeah.
so that's why I'm switching the goals to the thing that I can control. I control my schedule. I control me sitting down and actually putting the time towards it. So
Yeah.
that's
Mhm.
what we're
And
rolling
it
with.
doesn't have to be like, I mean, like it can be a 60,000 word story. Like is unless
Mhm.
like decided like you need it to be longer. Because sometimes, with stories, you can't help how long they are. Like
Yeah.
definitely wouldn't stress about it. I mean, is it just because it's fantasy that you think it should be like a certain length or
Well, it's not that. It's just that judging on what has happened so far, I have somehow turned 2 chapters into 17,000 words
right?
from my original outline. And so
No,
it's
totally. But you may find something that like something you thought was going to take forever ended up taking like
true.
5K, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh my god, what happened?
Yeah.
So it might even out. I mean, you just never
Yeah.
know. And then
And I am an underwriter. So in
Mm.
reality, we're probably shooting more towards like the 70K,
Okay.
but I'm just kind
Mhm.
of letting what
Yeah.
happens.
Well, it's funny
We're
that you
gonna
say that, Becca, because I feel like that's happening to me right now. Like my opening, it's like what happens? Oh, we're traveling in the woods. How is this turning into 20,000 words? And now in these later chapters, like every chapter, like 7 things are happening, but it's happening in 3,000 words. But it's
Right.
like the pacing is feeling right though,
Yeah.
for the most part. We'll see. But yeah, like sometimes things fall a little differently.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean,
100%.
that's happened to me so many times where I'm all like, oh, this is going to be so long. And then I'm like, done. And I'm all like, what just happened? But then I'm all like, I really shouldn't add any. Like, if I'm adding to this, it's going to feel like filler. Like,
Mhm.
so I need to just let it go and move on kind of thing. So, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, you just never know until you actually write it out.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I think because this is it's a much larger outline, much larger story.
Yeah.
I'm being already in the first draft phase more like I guess choosy with the scenes. Like I'm not just gonna write something where nothing happens, and
Mhm.
I like what like if this current chapter I'm writing it right now it feels like the only thing important about it is getting on the boat, and I'm like I need it to have something else, but I can't think of what that other thing
Mhm.
is quite yet, and so it's just like
Mhm.
Yeah.
a block. And I'm like, ugh, I just want to get through this stupid
You know
chapter.
what's so funny that you say that because I in my first book, I got stuck for like a month because I needed them. I thought the same thing that I needed them to get to the auditorium from like their history class, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, I need something else. I need something else to get them to. And finally, my friend who I was writing with, he was all like, just get them to the auditorium. Like, what are you doing? Like, and then it just like, I don't know why, but literally a month, I'm just going over this, like, I don't know. I'm blocked. I feel like there needs to be. He's like, just get them there. And literally, I literally wrote the sentence, they walked to the auditorium. And I did end up adding it later of the
Mhm.
stuff that I
Mhm.
wanted to do, but sometimes, yeah. So you might just be like, they got on the boat.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
This might be
actually
the
the next
first scene where
chapter.
I really just
Yeah.
utilize the brackets and
The
embrace the
brackets.
brackets.
We love a bracket.
Oh, we really do. We really do.
Sometimes.
It's so true.
Okay. What that was a great I love that was a great conversation. We were all just kind of like piggybacking off. And it was just like it's so funny that you say that because and it
That's
just
so true.
back and forth. I love getting to chat with other writers and also I just love all these wonderful people. Some of my faves on the YouTubes. Anyways, it's time to write, people. Stop being mushy.
Oh my gosh.
That was so scary.
Pavlovian response.
Also, if anybody's
I'm
needing
dead.
music that is going to take them exactly 40 minutes, just listen to The Four Seasons by Vivaldi. It is exactly 40
Oh,
minutes. I'm a
Okay, Four
I'm a
Seasons.
classical music girl. Anyway,
Wow.
that.
Okay, well, there you go. You heard it here first, folks. Vivaldi's Four Seasons. Get it pulled up on YouTube immediately, and we're all gonna vibe with the orchestra together. Thank you so much. All right. 40 minutes on the clock. Best of luck, friends, and we'll see you on the other side. All right. That was the first sprint. How did we do, friends?
Pretty good. The 40s always feel like I'm on a different plane of existence.
I agree. I was locked in. Like, I was like, how much time has passed? And then I looked at the time and saw it was almost 7 o'clock. And I was like, oh, this 40 minutes is almost over.
Mhm. How about anybody else? Anything's too good?
Sorry, I had a mic thing real quick, but that was good for me. I had some rain ambiance going, and we were locked and clocked in. Yes, yes.
I love that.
Yeah, I actually ended up finishing the add-ins that I had to do for my chapters. So I texted her, and it's probably 3 a.m. right there, but it's fine.
That was so fast.
Well,
Was it just one chapter worth of add-ins, or
the thing
like?
is, I had already been working on it, so I just
Mm.
luckily I had only needed to add, because it's a mystery thriller, and the way we had written it, because we literally doing bare bones the first draft, because we're just going back and forth, and then we kind of laughed afterwards because we were like, there's really only one suspect that it could be. So this draft is adding all of the new suspects and
The red herrings.
and it opens up in a courtroom, so I was like, oh, a lot of these people could be at the courtroom.
Mm.
So it was just like
At the trial,
adding all
yeah.
that stuff. Yeah. So we picked 4 of them, and I just put them in the chapter. So I only needed to add one more person, and then I had to end the chapter on where she was going next kind of moment. So, but yeah, so now it's her turn. That's the best part about co-writing. You're like, done.
Yes. Like, your turn, tag, you're it.
Yeah, and then you kind of have this
Love
freedom
that.
to do whatever you want until they're finished.
Amen. Amen. Love that. Great job, everyone. I like 400 words, which is not bad. I'll take it. I was like, we'll take it. I was writing a fun little speech. Commander Pike's doing the whole these brave people are setting out to do this very dangerous thing, and may we all. What did I write? What did I say? Oh, now I have to look. Oh, there it is. May their sacrifice be rewarded in folds under Genedea's light.
Love.
Ooh.
Yeah, just so extra and dramatic.
I
because
love.
I love drama.
I love to write the leaders giving some propaganda or a little speech.
But the thing is, he's not telling everything.
Aren't they always?
And so, right, aren't they all? And the thing is, we already kind of sort of know, but we don't know that the commander is purposefully withholding this information for reasons.
Right.
But who knows if that'll actually even be relevant in the future. So we'll see. But okay. So first of all, wait, I got to check on chat because chat was writing. I saw some progress. Do we want to share any lines? Are we feeling that vibe? We don't have to. Yes.
I'd share a little line. I feel like I had to do it last stream. I feel like even if it's just one little out of context sentence.
Okay, go for it.
Unless people don't want to, but
I closed my document.
sure. You can just share one word.
Okay. One word is crazy. Okay, so while I'm going through chat and looking at their progress, instead, I want you to tell me one book on your TBR that you are dying to read. Like, if you had all the time in the world, you would binge that book right now.
Oh.
Ooh.
So, yeah. If you had all the time, no other things that you had to do, what's the one book on your TBR that you would just like sit and binge in a day? Now let me check on chat. Iz was able to get 990. Very nice. 855. Yes, we love the cozy alarm for sure. Very productive. Clean bathroom. Ran a bath. Read 2 chapters and some great self-care plans for the weekend. We love to see self-care. In the chat, got 721 words down. It is one of the roughest scenes I'll have to write. Very emotionally charged. I'm glad to be getting through it slowly. Yes, very nice. Man, everyone was so productive. Oh, we do have a line in the chat, so I will read it because they put it there. Blood dripped down my lips, spilling onto my shirt. The tasteless mixture sat in my throat for uncomfortable time till I could finally get it down. I forgot how much blood I need, just as much as food.
Okay, vampire.
We love
Right?
vampire. We love
Okay.
Vampire.
Got 245 words. Very nice. 553. Man, chat is popping off and I cannot keep up. Okay. Beautiful. Ooh. And to kick off our TBR question, Play Nice by Rachel Harrison. I have read that book and I did really enjoy it. So, highly recommend. But, all right, Brielle, take us away with the book on your TBR.
I'm gonna have to go with Diane's book, The Echo of Precious Things. I just got it in the mail, and I can't wait to tear through it. We love Diane. We love.
Yes, I I was kind of surprised because I was waiting for it to come out, and then I thought that she was going to do some kind of like announcement, and then I ended up seeing somebody's like YouTube post. I think it was Sarah Lebrot's, and I was all like, "Wait, what?" And then I was like, I missed it. Like I missed the day it came out. So I ended up buying it. So mine's coming in a couple days. But like I was kind of bummed because I felt like I missed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope she's okay. I mean,
yeah. I know she was like just like not interneting in the period up to release, which like respect. So I think it may have just been that vibe. But yeah, I had pre-ordered it, so I was excited because it came to me right away.
Yeah.
Here it is. I mean, that is.
I just knew about it because I was seeing her videos on TikTok because she was starting to like market and stuff on TikTok, and they were like being recommended, and I was like, oh my gosh. TikTok was like, you might know. And I was like,
I do.
I do know.
As a matter of fact. I love that. Love that. Okay, so the Echo of Precious Things.
Yes.
Love.
Which I guess technically, since mine coming in a couple days,
there you go.
Too.
Yes.
There we go. Twofer.
I'm trying to think of a book that actually exists. I feel like I keep wanting to read books. Okay, I know that sounds crazy. I feel like I keep wanting to write books that people are read books that people are writing. Like I want to read Meredith's book, Meredith E. Phillips, her Regency Romance. I want to read it right now, and I want to read Cody's fantasy book, and I want to I feel like I just want to read all my friends' books. But let me come up with an actual answer of a book that I could read, like in the near future. Okay, I still haven't read Sunrise on the Reaping. I know you can cancel me. You can cancel me. If
oh my god!
I'm staring at it.
I'm not gonna cancel you.
I just don't.
It's so good.
I can't do the pain. Like I kept waiting for a moment where it's like I want to feel sad, and I just haven't wanted to feel sad, but because I know what it's gonna do to me.
Oh yeah, no spoilers, but yeah.
I mean,
it'll hurt.
Spoil? It's the
Alyssa
woman dies.
You read the most perilous books all the time.
But it's peril that's fun. It's peril where it's like, oh, we're gonna kiss. Like, oh, it's like
question
peril,
mark?
like we get kidnapped by a billionaire.
It's peril, but we're gonna kiss.
Bodyguard, not like like, hey, Mitch, like all of his
dystopian
dying and then getting an alcohol problem. Like that's not the kind of sad I'm looking for.
That is, I mean, facts.
Yeah.
But I mean, highly recommend. That there's people online that have been very incorrectly labeling it as like they said it's like fan fiction, and I was like, you cannot talk about my girl Suzanne that way.
I've not seen
like
that.
It is
crazy.
not like it's in my opinion, as someone who was like very impressionable, like early high school, whenever these movies were or these books were out, it was everything I wanted it to be. And she ate, and of course she had something to say. So
Of course.
because Miss Suzanne doesn't write much, she has something to say, and
Yeah.
so we're grateful for her service. Okay, for me, what book is on my TBR that I'm dying to? I haven't gotten it yet because I just got back from vacation, and so I got to wait for my next paycheck. But I really, really want to get Local Heavens.
Yes.
I have not gotten it yet, and I want to read it so bad because the idea of a super gay Gatsby retelling is everything that I want in a cyberpunk future.
Ooh.
Like that's just what I want in my life. And so yeah, that is currently at like the tippy top of my TBR whenever I'm finished with the book that I'm reading right now, which is The Dead of Summer. So and that one's also gay. I guess I'm reading more gay books this year. That was like I made that like a goal because as someone who is a part of the community, this year was the first year that I ever read my first like queer fiction book.
Yeah.
Like ever. Like that showed like queer main characters like purposefully, you know? So and it was House on the Cerulean Sea. So that was my gateway drug into the gay books.
Gay.
Yeah, and now I'm reading about like aliens from the sea that like
We love an alien
make you
from the
like
sea.
yeah, it's crazy. But it's like a very gay island. So
Love.
it's like I think it's supposed to be like really any kind of island.
Supposed to be.
Oh well, I lost my entire train of thought, so I'm just gonna pretend that I wasn't saying anything. It's gone. Oh, it's like Heaven's Mercy or something like that. It's based on. It's kind of like based on. It's not. Is it Fire Island? The one where
Well, they sold all those.
it's like in the summer, like it's very like touristy, and it's like the hot spot for gays and like drag queens. There's like all kinds of stuff. It's like there's like an island for that.
Oh, okay.
But it's like the summer spot. I don't know. I've never been. I don't plan to ever go. But it's based off of that place. But there is like this thing that's come from the ocean, and it talks a lot. It has a lot of like mixed medium with like investigation. So you have like transcripts of investigation, but then you also have like diary entries from the person who's not supposed to be taking notes, but he's like, no one knows that I'm writing this, but I had to keep record because they don't want the people to know, blah, blah, blah. But then like it keeps cutting off before it gets to what I get to know. And so I'm like,
in a book. It's so fun.
I just need to know. It's a fun time. And I like having the mixed medium because it breaks up all the monotony. And it's like, now I want to read through the next whatever investigation interview.
Yeah.
Very fun read for sure. Highly recommend.
Oh.
Okay, catch up on the chat. Yes, more TJ Klune. Under the Whispering Door a couple weeks ago.
That one is
Fun.
also
Oh
by,
yeah,
same author.
yeah. So it is Fire Island Pines. Thank you, but it's called like Anchor's Mercy or something in the book.
Oh, okay. Cute.
But it's very fun read. And it kind of gives me like The Last of Us, but with like sea creatures instead of like fungus.
Interesting.
Because like it's like mind control still. Like it takes over, like it's like a thing. They're called weepers.
I love a mind control.
But anyway, that's what I'm reading right now. No one asked.
No love.
You sort of did.
I guess kind of, yeah. Okay. Who actually, without, I guess, any, I guess I'm trying to think of a good question. Sorry.
What were you gonna say? That sounded so ominous.
That was all.
I was gonna say like give the chapter number that has your favorite scene in your current book. So like no spoilers, but just the chapter number of what you have so far. But then I was gonna say, but Becca doesn't have her document open anymore.
don't even.
Yeah, but I might not be able to say the chapter, but I could definitely like chapter number with accuracy. But I could probably say like which chapter, like
Yeah.
a line or something.
And like what it is right
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
like whatever.
Yeah, because I definitely have a favorite chapter. It's actually not mine.
Okay.
It's the one she wrote.
Ain't that just the way it is?
But
I love that.
Okay. Do you know what your chapter number is?
I feel like it's interesting because favorite, I think it depends what we're defining as favorite. Because I think I have like favorite in terms of like fun and like kicking my feet. And then I have favorite in terms of like I think I did a good job or it's like sad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like I
Yeah,
have multiple
okay.
favorites.
So you can do your three Trinity then. We can do your kicking feet favorite.
Oh my gosh, I gotta get a pen.
So like a love interest moment
Mhm.
where you're like, ooh. You can have a fun one, just a fun scene, whether it can be
Where's my
fun for any
pen?
reason.
Okay.
And then you can have the third one, which you think is the one that you are the proudest of, like the one you feel like you did the best on.
Slay.
Okay, so those are your three. Did everyone write that down? Because I don't know if I remember.
Yes.
It's
yes.
kicking feet,
Fun.
fun, and the one you're proudest of.
I love this.
Okay. I gotta go searching
Man, I have a lot of chapters.
because I only have 9 chapters to choose from with my current project.
I'm gonna attempt to do this quickly. I think
Okay, I
chapter
believe in you.
23 is my kicking feet, and
Mhm.
I'll just give like the tiniest context. It's like a cute little festival scene, and they're like dressed up, and it's cute and wholesome and sweet. And then fun, probably something where they were. Is that true? Maybe something when they were training with the magic, so a few chapters after that. And then my favorite scene that I've done, chapter 47, the like fight that launches us into the Dark Night of the Soul. So yeah, that's what we're gonna roll with.
love it.
Very nice. Very nice. You heard it here first, folks. Who knows if those chapters will stay the same?
Who
but
knows?
if they
Who
do,
knows?
You'll have to figure that out on your own.
Oh,
I can go next to give y'all some more time because also I have less chapters to choose from. So my kicking feet chapter currently is chapter 6 because it is my favorite dialogue so far that has happened between my 2 main male characters, and it's the first time where I was like, ooh, that's so sweet. And so, yeah, basically it's Asher trying to convince Luca that he's not a failure because he shows up every day and like keeps trying. And that's what really matters. And so it's like one of those moments where like Luca is like crashing out and Asher's like calms him down. And okay, I'm just gonna read this one little sentence. Okay. He stops, placing his hand on my thigh, and my body warms under his gentle touch. I lift my head, shifting my gaze to meet his. Doesn't sound like a failure to me.
Yes.
I swoon for them. I truly do.
oh, love it.
Okay. My fun one is chapter 3. No. Yes, chapter 3. Because that's the chapter that Jinx and Thunk appear, and the little like fight moment that breaks out in that first little scene was really fun to write and also kind of scary. Thunk was kind of scary, not gonna lie. And then the one I'm proudest of so far is chapter 7. That is the longest chapter so far in this book, and it is the big bar scene where we meet pretty much the rest of the named characters in the book. So I
Love.
am the proudest of that one because I somehow managed to juggle 10 characters in one bar on one page, and it was stressful. So,
Wow.
but I got through it. So
Love.
Yay.
those are my answers.
Okay, I think I have mine. It took me a while. I filled up a lot of chapters, and I haven't actually like looked back on all the chapters yet because I'm just like writing the first draft of them. But my fun one is chapter, I believe, 9. It's the first time they're really like, they're sort of they have like a loose enemies to lovers arc. I guess he does kidnap her, so I guess that like legally
Oh.
is. Wow.
Sorry, continue. I didn't mean to click that. I didn't mean to do
We're
that.
done.
Like legally it is an enemies to lover, but it's like they have some fun banter back and forth, and then he like beheads somebody, but it's not her, obviously. That would be crazy. And then
Obviously.
chapter 15 is my kicking my feet scene. It's also like, I mean, it's a romance. There's going to be a love confession scene. So it's that scene that I really love. And my one I'm proudest of is chapter 21, which I was actually working on the last stream I was on with you, Cody. I was just like reading. I was like, it was the first scene, that chapter that I wrote that propelled me into this last week of like, I've been able to just sit down and write for 45 minutes without blinking. And it has been a long time since I've felt that way. And chapter 21 was what started that sort of progression into this section that's going really well. And so that chapter I was like, okay, I can write again. Like, let's like, and it actually comes out good the first time. So yeah.
We love a pivot.
We love it.
Truly. And Becca.
Okay, I did open the document. I've reopened it for you guys. Oh my God.
Thank God. I was
all like,
worried.
close. I'm done. Okay, but what is kicking feet? Like, what does that mean?
We're like, oh.
It's like if you have like your characters like doing something, like if they're like kind of flirting and you're like, ooh, look at my characters doing this
sneaky.
thing. Yeah.
Okay, I
like-
definitely I would say chapter 4 because that's when my character meets her love interest for the first time. She's trying out going to a gun range, which is not her thing at all, but like she's been told that it helps to blow off steam, and he works there, and he works there and he hates guns, like, so it's kind of like a cute, funny thing of like, why he works with him, like.
Right.
And then my fun chapter, there's not a lot of fun chapters in this book, man. We really went dark. Because their brother, we play sisters like we're actors. But like my character's the older sister, her character's the younger sister, because we wanted to play on our own age difference. And so the older sister kind of raised her brother and sister, and now the brother is on basically on death row. For murdering his best friend. But chapter 1, actually, you know what? I'd say that's my favorite chapter. I actually wrote chapter 1. It's his point of view. It's the only chapter that's his point of view. But we get to see that he was completely set up so that the reader knows, like, without a doubt, he's innocent. But because we really wanted to like establish, like, no, like the sisters can doubt because they weren't there, but they don't. But like just so the reader knows, like, this is he's absolutely being set up. So I did enjoy writing that because like the first line is he walks into this sort of abandoned barn, and he's Diane is the one that gets killed, and the first line of the book is, "Diane, I swear I'm gonna kill you."
I love that.
So that was funny because like, yeah, then he gets it sets up for her murder. But
So is that court scene almost acting like a prologue, since it's the only chapter we get from that character's perspective?
Yeah, we didn't want to call it prologue because on AuthorTube, realizing people hate prologues.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Do they?
Yeah,
I think it's silly.
The people have
Silly.
opinions.
I love a prologue.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, give me a sneak peek of what I'm in for before I really get into it.
but I actually, years ago with my first book, would always just call prologues chapter 0 because it definitely got around that because people just, it says chapter, and I think it fools people. But this works as a chapter 1 instead of a prologue because it is establishing the whole book, you know, in a sense, the mystery of like, okay, now we have to figure out who set him up, and that he's going to be on death row for it. So anyway, I think I answered all of them. Did I?
I think
Okay,
so.
there we go.
Yeah. I love that. I love that. And so, yeah, prologue, 100%. Because in my I guess for me, like starting off in thrillers, and I guess writing a book for the first time, I was taking what I know about storytelling from watching Medium, because I wasn't, I guess, writing a whole lot before that, but I was watching TV. And most of the best like thriller mystery shows always start with a prologue
Kind
kind
of like a
of
hook.
Yeah.
thing. So is it like, are people just not, is it the word? Do they read that and think it's like similar to like an afterword where it doesn't have anything to do with the
I think
story?
it's a lot of people got upset by fantasy because a lot
Yes.
of times with prologue fantasy, they're just doing all the
It's just like world building.
yeah, like here's a world
Info
dump,
dump.
now we're gonna get you into the story. So
Yeah.
I get that. Like I still love
I can get that. Yeah.
yeah.
I feel like it's like
Yeah.
anything where it's like it can be misused, right? Like, yeah, if you're using it as an info dump, that's not going to be great. But not every prologue
Yeah.
is doing that, you know?
Exactly.
Because I love, like, for example, I mean, Ghostwriters Club has a prologue where it like drops you
Mhm.
Yeah.
at the very tail end of the climax, so that you can kind of get an idea of like what we're working up towards, and then we go to the
I
start
love
of the
that.
story. Because I feel like that is almost like, it's like you know what you're in for
Mhm.
immediately. You know
Yeah.
what. Goodbye, Alyssa.
He's like, I hate
Where did she
prologues.
go? Oh my god. Truly, Alyssa hates prologue so much that she disappeared.
I lost
Books?
So crazy.
connection. I don't know where I went.
That's
I
so
love a
funny.
I don't
prologue,
either.
except when they do the whole like, I was 10,000 years ago when wizards
Right,
did
right.
this. You know,
Yeah.
like,
Yes.
although sometimes
The
I'm down for that.
10,000 word info dump.
Yeah.
You never
But
know.
sometimes, sometimes
Mhm.
even the info dumps are interesting. Like I like
Mhm.
world
Mhm.
building, so and I've just grew up reading fantasy, so like for me it just kind of came with the territory. I never really thought much about it as a kid. I would just always read
Mhm.
it. Oh, here's the history, it's the back history, and then so I just to hear all the hate, I was all like, oh damn.
But I
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
think it's kind of a myth. Like I think it's one of those things where, like, if it works, it works. You know.
Yeah.
Because I even heard a
Mhm.
lot with like querying advice that like agents, if they see the word prologue, like they're gonna hate it. But my book that got the most requests had a prologue, and then like on page 3, it was like a 2-year or 4-year time jump or something,
Yeah.
and nobody really seemed to care that much. I don't know.
Because if it works, it works.
Yeah.
Like you
Mhm.
said. Yeah.
Is the prologue in the same category as people talking about the M dashes and all that?
God.
Like they just need something to be mad
love
about.
that.
I need people to wrap it up with the M dashes. That scared me so
Yeah.
much that I started like cutting them out. And then at some point, I was like, you know, we can relax because
Yeah.
there's actually
Yeah,
plenty
we can relax.
Yeah.
plenty of very good books that use M dashes. Like we don't need to be scared of them. We don't need to be
You
scared.
don't need to be afraid.
Like there's a category of AuthorTube of like things that I see talked about that I just like I put it in the category of you just need to be mad at something,
Yeah.
and so you picked
So you
this
picked M
because if
dashes.
it like you picked M dashes really, like
Honestly,
Diva,
the only
it's
reason why I don't
not.
have M dashes is because I always forget what the keyboard is. So then I end up with just like a regular dash and forget it, comma.
On mine, it's
See,
just
for mine, if I just like
Yeah.
double
Yeah.
dash, it'll
Oh,
just
does
make
that
it
work?
into
Okay, I'll
an
try
M
that.
dash.
I'll try
depends,
that.
I think.
Yeah,
If you
I
have-
didn't
mine
know
just
that
has it
was a-
automatically in Scrivener.
Slay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll try.
So give it a try. But I love me an M dash.
I do
I really do.
because they're a good separation. I don't know. I'd like them too.
Yes.
But as someone who has ADHD, I think in M dashes.
Right.
Like it is
Mhm.
a ton of
Exactly.
fragmented pieces of sentences and thoughts
Yeah. and
all together.
way
Like
to
that's how my
separate
mind
it. Yeah.
thinks.
I've never finished a
Truly.
sentence in my life. Like I don't like. how
Me
do you expect
neither.
Me to write one.
I've never said a period in my life. Like truly. Like ever. It's
I
fine.
think someone's asking about if you queried, did you send the prologue as your first 300 or chapter 1? I would just say whatever is at the beginning of your book is what you should send as the opening, because if they request and then they get a book and it's a different opening than what they read, it might be cause for confusion.
Right.
And you don't want the agent to feel like you're trying to trick them or bamboozle them or something. So just start where the book starts would be what I've heard. So yeah, just thought I would. answer it
100%.
quick.
I mean, we love to see it.
I've been-
Slay.
Wearing the
We-
name I fear at this point.
I fear. Okay, speaking of fear, I do fear that it is indeed time to write, which I have already adjusted the
On
timer.
30.
I've adjusted the timer because hey, we had a good conversation going. I'm not mad at it.
We
You know what
did.
I'm saying? So, but we are going to write for 30 more minutes. It is required. So, everyone in chat, buckle up, get
Lock
focused,
in. Get
and
the
we will
Vivaldi
see
out.
you.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, get the Vivaldi, 4 seasons. Just kidding. That one's 40 minutes. Anyways, 30 minutes on the clock, friends. Best of luck. We'll see you on the other side.
I love the music. It sounds like we're at a massage.
I know.
Like you just fallen asleep and then you wake up and you're being I don't know. That turned into a weird thing at the end there, but you know what I mean.
I'll follow it. It is very like soothing though. It's very nice to, instead of like the bring that like just like kind of like jostles you a little bit, jostles your ear holes a little bit. I really like the nice calming, just to pull us out of the flow, you know, gently. Speaking of flow, how did that go for you guys?
Pretty good for me. I think I officially capped this chapter off. I had needed to like add in a little half of a scene and edit through it in this whole session. So I think I ended up adding around 800 words total, but editing through probably it's like a 2,400 word chapter. So feeling good.
Amen. Amen.
Love.
How'd you do?
Like whoever.
My sprint was good. It was good. I hit 96K.
Oh my god.
Love. You're so close to that 100K.
I know. I can't wait
What?
for the 100K. That's gonna be exciting.
You're in the 50s now, right? The chapters.
Yes.
You said there's 59 chapters, and you were on 51, I think, in the video that I was most recently watching. What chapter are you on now?
I've been hip hopping a little bit. So right then I was still working on 51, but I have stuff all the way up to 54. But there's like stuff missing, if that makes sense. I do a little bit of jumping as long as it's within a few chapters. Like I don't jump like from beginning to end, but in a little section I'll jump a little.
Within the same like act.
So yeah, those are the vibes.
Love. And Becca?
Since I wasn't writing, my project for October is finishing my story Bible for my YA fantasy. So I was basically I got a label maker. This is how nerdy I got on. I was making labels so that I can organize everything. Now there's literally
I love that map.
in this, like no substance except the map and like character art. But like the labels, they're all ready for it.
Obsessed.
So I'm
Character art? Question mark? Show us.
You can see up here. Phoebe Wood did all the character art for my fantasy novel, like
Oh my God.
3 years ago. And so now I'm finally decided I'm going to finish. So I made smaller copies so that I could like put them in the
gorgeous.
yeah. So anyway, I finally decided it's time. And now that the Chris Beatty has wanted to take his little baby back of NaNoWriMo and is doing Nano 2.0, I was all like, okay, I'm in, buddy. And I'm going to try and finish it because I've already written 104,000 words in this dang book. And I still probably have about 60K to more.
Oh no.
But it's kind of a nano size, right? So I feel like it's doable. So I'm going to make that's why I'm doing like a massive Preptober. Like I'm going to carry this thing with me wherever I go so I don't get lost, and because it's just so much world building. And I'm going over it now and I'm like, wait, what? Like I'm like okay with it, but I'm just like, and then I find that like in one document I say that it's this way, and then I find in another, oh no, she disappeared again. And then I find in another document it's totally different. So I have to reread through everything and decide and figure out which I actually. You're like, she's gone. She's like, I don't want to hear about your book.
No, I do.
Alyssa!
It keeps booting me out, which is ridiculous because I pay $80 a month for it. Anyway, sorry.
But anyway, so I'm rereading, I'm preparing, and then so that hopefully either end of October or beginning of November, I can just hopefully
get on to getting through.
Okay, so we'll both be finishing our fantasy novels.
Yeah.
Are you going to be pruning it? Like when it's done, you think you're gonna cut it down, or are you gonna just embrace the high,
You
the
know,
largeness?
it's high fantasy, so 160,000 is about like that's a reasonable amount, and
Mhm.
I'm probably going to indie publish it. So
Okay, yeah, so it doesn't matter.
yeah, I don't really have to
Do whatever
worry.
you want.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not like, yeah, I just want to, because it's 3 POVs. That's why it's so long, right? And so,
Mhm.
and in the first book, it's a little easier to write in the sense that I can, because the girls don't meet up until the last few chapters of each of their stories. So I've been writing them each as their own story, and then I'll weave them together. So it's
Cool.
literally been like writing 3 novels. So I've done 2 of the girls, and then hence why the third girl's about 60K. I haven't started hers yet. So that's
Ah.
so it's nice because it does feel like you're writing its own book. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So it's not, because I tried writing it like going from POV, and I was like, by the time I got to the third girl round again, I was all like, I do not remember what was,
What you were doing.
and yeah, and so it's gonna feel that way, I think, to the reader. They'd be like, whoa, wait, this isn't the same vibe. And yeah.
Mhm.
So anyway, so yeah, so hopefully, cross your fingers, this time 7 years later, I'll finish.
Love that. Love that. Okay. Well, we have reached the end of our lovely stream. Thank you to the chat if you were in the chat. Thank you so much for being here writing with us. Thank you to all of my lovely guests here
you.
on stream. Brielle, Alyssa, and Becca, always a pleasure having you here on the channel. Thank you. Also, yes, Duchess is here, as you can see. She just wanted to say hello to her fans because she knows she's pretty.
Yeah.
She knows the people come to see her.
She's
Really.
looking at you like, are you done yet?
Right. Like she's mad because I haven't let her get in my lap because I've been like actively typing.
Right.
And so she'll be fine. But really quick, we're gonna start, Brielle, go around the circle, tell the people where they can find you, and also say one thing that you're proud of that you did today.
Ooh. Writing wise, or yeah?
It can be writing wise, or it can just, if you don't necessarily have one, then you can just pick a life thing that you're proud of today.
Okay. So you can find me on YouTube, Brielle Writes, and Instagram, Brielle is Writing. I'm also on Patreon. I think that's Brielle Cruz. And one thing I'm proud of today is I got to write the aftermath of A Little Kiss Moment, which was an unexpected kiss. Came onto the page without my awareness, and I said, okay. So that was exciting, and I'm enjoying writing Baron's Pining. So I'm happy with how that went.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm Alyssa and the Books on YouTube, and Alyssa Writes Books on Instagram. And I'm trying to think if I have anything else to plug. I don't think so. Just those ones mainly. I will be doing daily, well, mostly, yeah, I'll say daily videos in the month of November if you want to check me out. And I'm proud of, I guess I wrote and edited 2,400 words today, which doesn't really seem correct, but apparently it is, though, because I started this chapter today and I edited it all the way through. I don't know how that happened because I feel like I didn't even really write today. But yeah, that's what I'm proud of, I guess.
Amen.
And I'm my name is Becca C. Smith, and I have a YouTube channel as well, just Becca C. Smith. And I am the most proud. You know what? I'm proud that I finished my 2 chapters and I sent them off to Anne. So
Mm-hmm.
off my plate.
Yes, out of your hands. Love to see it. And I have been your host. I am Cody. I'm here for the entire 90 days. So I will be here and all the other streams yet to come throughout the end of the year. I am Cody the Writer on literally any social media. Well, not any of them, just the ones that I'm on. I'm Cody the Writer on there, which includes YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok are the only 3 that I really actually like look at. So yeah, follow me there. Follow along for more of these wonderful live streams. Every time that we have one of these live streams, all of the guests, their Instagram, if they have one, is tagged on my story. So follow me, so you can follow the story and follow all the wonderful guests that we'll have here on this 90-day novel challenge. For me, I am proud of being okay with switching up my goal middle of the challenge and focusing on what I can control and letting what I cannot control be what it is. And so, yeah, that is what I'm proud of for today. So with that said, thank you all so much for being here. I will be back live on the internet tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. I will be live with, oh, don't get me lying. I was going to try to name them, but I'm afraid I can't name them all off the top of my head. And I don't want to leave anyone out. So it's posted on my channel. Go look and see who's going to be here tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central Time. We hope to see you there. And otherwise, we'll see you